Hey everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be continuing through our, whatever I'm going to call it, run through of the Blokees Transformers model kit collection. Finally going into the Western releases with Classic Class 09 Optimus Prime. And this version of Optimus is from the first Bayformers movie, which I think was 2007. So before I've actually done Megatron. So Megatron Optimus obviously from the same movie, and then prior to that it's just all been the Rise of the Beasts collection as well. So finally moving into all the Western releases, and then after this we'll pretty much be rolling into all the Transformers 1. Which I have a decent amount. Anyway, front of the box of Optimus, finally sporting some English here. So very nice shot of the 2007 Optimus Prime here with this very pleasant deco, and I will admit they seem to have captured him quite well as a model kit here at the bottom. So we just have the classic class information, Optimus Prime. Obviously now that we're into the Western releases we have some of this extra information regarding this champion figures Champion series, which I think there's actually a lot of. I think there's some stuff out of Marvel. There's a whole heap of stuff coming out in the near future as well. So that's the front of the box. One of the sides of the box, so just a nice shot of Optimus once again. Camera is really doing a terrible job at focusing these days. So there's Optimus, Classic Class 09. And then on the other side we have another shot of Optimus once again. The weapons that he'll have, shot from the rear, and then basically what do we have here? 20 movable joints, so it should have a decent array of articulation. Back of the box, so another shot of Optimus. This time we also have his bio, all in English. I will not read it all out because that will probably take forever and a day. And then the bottom of the box, just another shot of Optimus on the included base, some of the effects, and a quick look at the runners. Definitely not too bad. So that's pretty much the box side of things done. So box done, time to get all the runners out of their plastic bags and have a better look. Okay, everything out of the packaging, the front of the manual, so just a rehash of what we saw in the front of the box. Back of the manual will have just the breakdown of the runners and the included parts, and then just the final assembly step for the base and attaching Optimus. No more sticker sheets for these ones, I'm afraid. Opening things up, we have a full character profile in English and a multitude of different languages. Megatron Optimus, so that's pretty much the Megatron release, and there is the Optimus. And then as for the actual build instructions, pretty much exactly what we're used to already. So there's nothing brand new or different here in terms of putting everything together. If anything, he actually might feel like he's got a few more parts involved, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So that is the instruction manual to put Optimus together. There is this nice little pamphlet size on how to replace the battery for the light unit, which I will not cover. Before we get too involved, we do have the bag of used parts, which I usually keep in the bag, at least at this part of the unboxing, just to make sure that I don't lose anything. But you can see some of the effect parts here, the light units. There will be some pre-painted parts as well, some of the clear piping as well for the head unit as well. So yeah, always nice to see these included parts. You can also see his Energon blade there, which is always nice. In fact, there is definitely two of them. So this Optimus definitely sporting some good accessories. As for the base, so we are now over to these bases that have the patterns, I guess, now molded into the top of the plate. So no more stickers, which is fine. It's definitely nice to have some of this pre-molded detail in the base plates. So that's pretty much stock standard inclusions. As for everything else, we have and I'm not dropping it, a runner in blue, Camera, why are you disappointing me? So, small A runner in blue. Two Bs, B1 and B2, still in blue, but we will have some pre-painted stuff on them, so we've got some of those nice flame effects there on some of the parts of B1, and then B2 is part of Optimus's head, so we've got some of those silver parts already pre-painted as well. So that's always nice to see. Moving into C's, C1 and C2 now in red. So C1, nothing too exciting, I dare say. Camera, will you please behave? No, camera really doesn't want to behave. Having a lot of problems with the camera as of late. Okay, C1. And then C2, still in red, but we do have some pre-painted work on these parts with some of the flame effect from his old mode. So those were the C's. 2Ds, 1 and 2, going into a bit of a somewhat metallic grey. So there's D1. Legs, chest, hands, things like that. So that's a good amount of plastic there. And then D2 is pretty much or definitely Optimus's face mask, as seen there. And then the top part, I'm actually not too sure what the top part is. Could be part of his chest, maybe. Maybe, who knows. So those were the 2Ds. 1E still in that grey silver. We do see some of his weapons here, his feet, and some of his other detailing. Always nice to see. And then, what else do we have? We have F1, definitely in a much more of a noticeable silver now, or brighter silver. So we have that F small runner. And then lastly, we have this G runner in, it's probably more of a graphite silver. With some more components, wheels, joints, things like that. So it's interesting how some of the joint parts have changed in the later releases, where we always had that B1 runner that had some of the joint parts in there. Okay, so camera, behave. That pretty much brings us to the end of the unboxing for Classic Class 09 Optimus Prime. Taken a little bit longer than I expected. Camera's really not behaving. But yeah, it's definitely nice to see the Optimus Prime model kit. I do know there's another Optimus of this particular type of iteration coming out soon, which will be the Jetwing Optimus. I'll definitely have to pick him up at some point in time once he's released. But I think he releases by the end of this year, so that'll be definitely cool to grab at some point in time. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to do the usual like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. This does help support the channel. I do appreciate it. There's also some extra content, hopefully, on my Instagram, and I do try and post over to the YouTube community tab as well. With that being said, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you all hopefully in next week's continuation of the unboxing series for the Blokees Transformers, or something else on the channel. See ya.